According to a new poll, roughly 1/3 of working Americans say that they have changed how they navigate in the workplace based upon the MeToo movement, which has not only put a highlight on workplace harassment or sexual innuendos, but also on ethnicity issues. Here to give us more insight about how this movement is impacting people right now is Onyx News correspondent Dr. Nia G. This is quite interesting because when this whole thing came about, initially it had obviously the sexual aspect of it, but now we're seeing that people are also kind of having a take no nonsense scenario in their workplaces. How is this merged together? How is this kind of becoming something that's together as far as the Me Too movement is concerned?
Absolutely, Nietzsche. First and foremost, one of the people that is being talked about or discussed in what's going on with the Me Too movement is Barbara Meyers, who actually was an electrician construction apprentice, been working in the field for a very long time, and discussed how it's affecting her most assuredly. What she says is that back in the day, she actually, or just a year ago actually, was able to talk and banter with her male counterparts regarding sexual explicit material. However, since the Me Too movement has started, it's kind of put things on a halt. People are afraid to discuss sexually explicit material or anything surrounding harassment, anything dealing with racial or ethnic issues. They're afraid to discuss them for fear of being pulled in on some sort of harassment charge.
So they are, what you're saying is that, is this changing the workplace environment because this Me Too movement has, it's stuck? You know, it's not something that was just for maybe a few weeks or a couple of months. This has continued to be a movement. Would you say that that's causing workplaces to change a little bit?
Most definitely. They're having to implement programs that they probably never saw on the surface or never thought they'd have to implement. But this whole Me Too movement has brought about awareness of sexual content that has been going on in work for a very long time, where people, male and female counterparts, have thought that it was okay to discuss certain things, thought that it was okay to handle certain issues or even playful banter in a workplace dealing with explicit issues. Now, since the Me Too movement, they're very cautious, they're very careful, and always doing some sort of training to prevent any mishaps or slip-ups that could possibly take place. There's 1/3 of America actually that's in favor of what's going on. Then you have the other half that's still saying, listen, I'm an adult. I should be able to talk and discuss with my coworkers as we see fit, as long as it's not offensive to one another. The thing that makes it a cautionary aspect is you never know who's been affected or offended until they go and report on what's being done. So they're stopping it across the board.
Well, my final thought on this is I'm glad that we have awareness in our workplaces. And as always, Dr. Nia G, thank you for awesome reporting.
Thank you, Nietzsche.